Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird, back here at the GameOn Expo 2018, doing an amazing follow-up interview with none other than Mr. Black Nerd Comedy himself, Andre.
Hey, how's it going? Glad to be back.
Glad to have you back.
Hopefully I won't say the same things this year that I said last year, so it feels like a whole new video, but we'll see.
I did rewatch the video, so
Okay.
I made sure I'm not going to re-ask anything.
All right, makes sense.
Trying to be pro about it.
I was still going to give the same answers regardless.
Fair enough.
I'll try to remember.
One question is similar, and that is, did you come back because you missed the heat?
I came back. Well, the heat is a little bit nicer this time,
Not
thanks
too
to
bad.
the crazy thunderstorm that I had to walk through. We went out to dinner, and then the flash. It was like a sandstorm warning.
Haboob.
I'm like, what the heck? Is this Beetlejuice now? Are we like, is like sandworms gonna come out? And then they were like, and then after that, it was a storm warning, and then they were like running through the rain to try to get back to the hotel. And it's not even like regular rain. It's like punching rain. Like it feels like little tiny fists.
It goes sideways.
Constantly, yeah, it's coming sideways, punching you constantly, while lightning is just striking and going. It could be the one that hit you. Maybe it's this one. It was. I feel like it was fun. We said it felt like the final level on like a Final Fantasy game or like an RPG where you're about to battle like the big giant demon boss. You know? Like that's what it felt like we were running into at that moment.
Absolutely,
so
yeah. Not
survived,
something people generally think about when you think about coming to Phoenix.
No, but then like 10 minutes later, it's like, oh, everything's fine.
Back to normal. Back to normal. Did you get any of the super loud thunder claps we've been getting last week?
I got thunder clapped, thunder stomp, thunder thighs, thunder everything.
Figure the thunder cat's got to be coming around somewhere.
I know. I was like, is Lionel around? Like throwing up the sword a moment. Like I feel like he's calling for the Thundercats right now.
Every thunder
and
is a
just
little
to make
louder.
sure you're okay, internet, it was the '80s Lionel, not like the new one. So you don't get all upset. Oh,
Not the new Adventure Time Lionel.
My childhood.
I'm not going to say that was me when I first saw it, but it might have been me when I first saw it.
You got the DVDs from the '80s.
That's true.
You know it. You're wearing a Mumra shirt right now. Look at that. So it still exists.
Indeed.
It won't disappear.
Indeed. Now, one of the things I talked to you about last year was the fact that you were very involved in your coverage of the Power Rangers movie.
Can you hear us?
Oh yeah, this is actually a pretty good mic.
But the Joker is talking right now. Hear that?
Johnny Cruz. He sounds exotic. Steve Downs. He's Master Chief. I used to play Little Halo myself. Oh, and there's that hack, Troy Baker. Don't get an autograph or a picture or something. He looks so sad by himself.
Nice. All right, well, I don't know how to follow that.
No, you can't get interrupted by anything better than that.
Yeah, you stop when the Joker starts talking.
That's very
I've
true.
learned that lesson before.
Yeah, he's not a guy you want to mess with. Now, so yeah, you were covering the Power Rangers movie last time. This year, you were a Power Ranger.
Yes, I was on a series called Power Rangers Hyperforce with Hyper RPG. It was a tabletop RPG series. So think of like your basic tabletop games and whatnot, but set that in the Power Rangers universe, where we're an entirely new, brand new Power Ranger team from the future during right after Time Force, who now have to travel through all eras of the Power Rangers legacy because there is someone trying to destroy the Morphin Grid and destroy the history of Power Rangers, and we have to stop them.
Nice.
So I got to play Eddie, the Blue Ranger. I had a Serpent Zord, which is like this giant snake Zord that could slide around the ground as well as connect to our Megazord. And it was just very fun. We had former Power Rangers on the show. We had fans of the show on the show. We had special guests on certain episodes. So Jason David Frank came through, Karen Ashley came through, Aaron Cahill came through. We had a lot of different guests. It was just so much fun, and it was just fun to be able to be a Power Ranger for this series. And now I'm going to Morphicon, Power Morphicon.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have like our own like Hyperforce like meetup panel thing.
Nice.
So I was like, oh, now I'm officially. They make these like special cards for every Ranger that is a guest there, and they made one for me, and I was like a badge of honor to be like, I have an official Power Morphicon card, you know.
Nice.
So.
Are you going in cosplay?
No, I don't think I can. My character in drawing form is very skinny and tall, so I don't think I can fit that just yet.
Fair enough.
Call me back in a couple years.
Fair enough.
And
All right.
a little bit less McChicken sandwiches.
We can do that. Andre, I didn't realize you brought your bodyguard with you. Is that?
Yeah, it's got to be safe around here, man. It's 2018, so you got to be safe. So, Master Chief, just check it out, make sure I'm okay.
Fair enough, fair enough. Now,
right.
sticking with the Power Rangers thing, there have been so many iterations of Power Rangers over the years.
There have been.
If you could set a Power Rangers series in a particular place, era, time, space, whatever, where would Andre's Power Rangers be?
Like my own creation of Power Rangers?
You're gonna be put on the spot a few times on this interview.
I'm gonna call it Power Rangers Cyber Force.
Okay.
and it's using the powers of the internet
to
defeat computer virus monsters. Like the monsters are computer viruses, and they're like trying to take over the world through our technology. So it's like one monster will send a light beam through your phone to hypnotize you. One is using the powers of getting into ATMs to take all your money.
That's awesome.
I shouldn't be telling you this. I don't want to steal this idea. So the Power Rangers Cyber Force use the powers of the internet to stop them.
You know, to be honest with you.
And the band, their sword is called the Ban.
Nice. It should be the Ban Hammer.
It's a Ban Hammer, yeah. And they that's how you get taken out.
That actually is a very brilliant idea because, you know, if it's Cyber Force, then it could be something where the Power Rangers are sort of a digital thing.
Yes.
And anyone could become a Power Ranger
well, that's
in that
the thing.
given episode.
They can use the internet to travel through, or they'll sometimes have to fight in the real world, or sometimes have to fight inside the internet.
But so you could have a core cast, and then you could have like a rotating ranger where every episode a new kid.
You can upload the data of some other ranger. Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool, man. I like that. Nice.
Cyber Force.
Very good.
Coming
very
out
good.
In 2020 February 30th, 2074.
All right, keep your eyes out. Anyone still watching this? Now, we're here at GameOn Expo, which we're surrounded by retro gaming. Retro gaming is almost bigger than ever, I think.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
Now, if you...
And it's pretty old.
If it was a desert island with one outlet scenario...
Oh, boy.
What retro console would you stick with for the rest of your life if you could only deal with one?
Only one console?
Only one console.
I mean, I guess technically now I would say Switch just because it has the newer games, it has the eShop, and then it has whatever this service is going to come later that's going to get all the NES games in it, or some of the NES games in it. So that kind of covers all my bases.
That's true.
You know,
your Nintendo bases.
I won't. Yeah, I mean, I guess I won't be able to play PS4 games. Sonic's on there.
Oh, is it
Sonic?
really?
Well, Sonic Mania.
Oh, well, that's true, and that is basically old Sonic. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
I can live with Sonic Mania without the other Sonics if I had to. I don't want to, but if I have to.
Fair enough.
Plus, you know, if I got to walk around the island to like hunt for pigs or find polar bears or whatever that happens on the islands, I don't know. I watch Gilligan's Island and Lost. That's my only idea of what an island is. So it's either you hang out with the professor making phone calls with coconuts, or you meet the others and get trapped in a cage where there used to be a polar bear. That's all I know about islands. So while I'm walking around,
fair enough,
I can have my Switch with me to walk around while I'm hunting for boar.
Just remember, any boat, it's never Penny's.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not Penny's boat.
Now, swinging it back to horror a little bit.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about it for the last year, obviously. Now,
okay.
I know you've seen, based on your channel, some what could be considered horror-adjacent movies this year. I'm not getting directly into the horror ones you've seen. I call horror-adjacent your Rampages, your Pacific Rim 2s, Jurassic World. King Kong, even the original King Kong, I would consider adjacent, you know.
Yeah, I would say
Ready
so.
Player One, there's some horror stuff in there. So
that's very true.
There's
a whole time where the movie just stops and goes, let's just do another movie. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Although my favorite part involves something that you've covered on the channel too, the Chucky bomb.
The Chucky bomb. I want the Chucky bomb.
It's motherfucking Chucky.
Yes.
So good.
Yes, that needs to be an actual product you can buy.
Yeah, that would be good.
Chucky isn't it amazing that of all the horror characters that have either survived or not survived or whatever, Chucky is still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, when you really break it down in concept, a killer doll, and like that's the one that has one of the like deepest lores and legacy of like Charles Lee Ray and getting into the doll and having this whole voodoo curse and then bringing Tiffany into the fray, and then like there's these like not animated. I was gonna say I'd be sweet if Child's Play animated here, but I was because like they have like the direct to DVD of movies and stuff like that. He like has this whole anthology, this whole lore to him.
Not only
and
that,
he's just a talking doll that kills people.
Well,
it's
damn, you do that very well.
Yeah, that's Chucky, man.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Holy crap, Brad Dourif better watch out.
They always keep making Chucky merchandise, and I'm like, nope. You can't have a movie about a doll that comes to life and kills people and then go, do you want to buy the doll? No.
No, that was essentially what my buddy was.
The one.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, there's one. I'm sorry. I'm usually not a conspiracy theorist. I don't want to get you in trouble here. But I'm just saying, one Chucky doll out there is going to come to life. I don't know which one. It could be the plush. It could be the action figure. But one of them coming to life.
Don't buy your doll from a bum in a back alley. That's if you don't do that, you're generally okay.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's Christmas, but your kid can wait. If you're resorting to buying Chucky dolls in back alleys from creepy men with shopping carts who then like try to attack you after it, no.
And you still take the doll. You're like,
yeah.
I'm not going to go to the police. I'm still taking the doll.
Right, and then the cop comes in and talks to you and goes, oh, and by the way, your doll has a possessed soul of a serial killer. Like, yeah, like, get a Nintendo at that point.
Exactly.
Nintendos don't like come to life and like start wrapping the cord around your neck. Like, I'm just saying, buy a different gift.
Although makes me think of a different horror movie in the name of Pixels.
Hey, you know, they did my man Cuba wrong.
Well, Chucky's so good, actually. You know that right now Mancini is doing a TV series, and the studio is doing
Chucky.
Yeah, no, a Chucky TV show.
Is he in every show?
Yeah, no, it's Brad Dourif is doing it. It's Don Mancini, and then the studio is doing a separate reboot of Child's Play where it's a more animatronic doll. Kind of like they're going to try and do Chucky 5 Nights at Freddy's kind of thing, where it's an advanced doll that comes to life and starts doing things. So we're gonna have 2 different lines of Child's Play coming forward.
Hey, bring it.
Fair enough.
Bring it. Now he's got to cross over. It's like we got to have like a Freddy versus Jason situation.
Yeah.
Who's gonna Chucky gonna cross over with? Like the Gremlins or Leprechaun?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get to a Gremlin crossover question later for you. Don't you worry about that. I got a good one for you.
All right.
Now let's continue on. Now, one of the things I did talk to you about last year was my excitement and your leeriness of the new It movie. And then I know you went and saw it.
Did I have leeriness? Did I have
Well,
leeriness?
no, you weren't leeriness. You're leery of the scares it might provide you.
Oh yeah, because I'm freaked out by clowns.
Right, exactly.
Because like you can take any form and that's what you chose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Freaking like clown, his eyes going like this way and then like looking at you like this. Like, nah, dude, that's not cool.
Well,
I'd rather have Chucky.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Well, he's more manageable, more punchable.
Yeah, you can throw him around.
Exactly. But what's interesting is, or the way, and I'm saying it's interesting because I say it. No, I'm saying this is the way I phrased it. Tim Curry played an evil clown named Pennywise.
Right.
I think Bill Skarsgård played something masquerading as a clown named Pennywise. I thought he was much more.
Well, there was all those times where they clearly showed his transformations of their fears. Particularly like that final, I don't want to spoil it, but there's like a scene where it's literally swapping to each person and like showing their fear.
Right.
Here's the crazy thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
As scary as Pennywise was in that movie, in the new movie, I was more afraid of them adults. They were scarier and creepier than the clown was at times.
The turn a blind eye.
Yeah, because that whole like sort of small town, all this stuff's happening, but no one talks about it. It's just like that stuff was driving me insane, probably more than the clown was. But that's what Pennywise could feed on. Like, yeah, give me more of that. But I just thought it was fascinating. I thought it was fascinating. I just loved that they were able to play a lot of different things. And I just love that movie just let you know right off the bat, like 5 minutes in, it's rated R. When he reaches for that boat, and you just like, dumb kid, oh, well, that's all right. They'll cut away. Oh, they didn't cut away. I get to watch this firsthand. Okay, he's getting dragged into the sewer. Okay, this is rated R.
Yeah.
They ain't playing around.
Yeah, I watched your review again. That was a funny
It was
first
insane.
thing.
The first time it happened, there was this gasp in the audience after the baby crying. Watch my video about that short story. Someone brought a baby to the theater to see it because
it's a great rant.
That's the family film of the year for your baby. Is to see it.
It's where I'll link to the video in the description box. It's worth it for that rant alone.
That's what's going to happen to that baby. I think that baby was wearing overalls and had red hair.
I think you're not wrong.
Laughing at every scene when the children got
So are you going to be there for the sequel?
Heck yeah.
Now, are you excited about the casting, though?
Heck yeah.
Yeah? Do you know all of them or just a few of them?
I actually know one of them, like, personally.
Really?
I've worked with one of them.
Really?
Isaiah Mustafa, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we did a commercial, like, years ago, and then he became the Old Spice guy, and then he was on Shadowhunters and been doing his thing.
That's right.
Yeah, So, no, I'm really stoked about that. And they said that the kids are coming back, so I guess it's going to be some flashback stuff.
Sure.
Or fun ways to play with, like, maybe like the adult is looking at Pennywise and he turns back into his child self,
ooh, I like
because
that.
the fear is coming back. I think there could be some really cool stuff. Yeah, I'm all about it. And I think they did like a nice mix of people people that you've seen, and then also people that like you're aware of, but like you don't connect. Like there's some actors that you connect to with themselves or with a specific character that is hard to see them as other people. I feel like all the actors they got, you know some of them or all of them, but you can turn that off and be like, oh yeah, you're the grown-up version of this character. Especially when you see have you ever seen a photo where it's like they're side by
sides? Yeah.
Like you're like, wow, this is actually really good casting.
Yeah, and
so
and especially I love Bill Hader as Richie.
Yeah.
Such a smart move.
So yeah, like he's a person that if you watch SNL or seen a lot of different comedy movies, you know him, but he's good at getting into a role. So it's like, yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, fun, but
that's gonna be the first way people describe it.
It's gonna be interesting,
I'm sure.
and I mean, even with like the '80s one, like when people talk about the '80s, a lot of times they're usually talking about the first half. The part with the kids.
Yeah, it's not usually the adult part.
So I'd be curious if they can now make this something that's very interesting, so that people will be talking about both parts, and it feels like a nice, cohesive thing.
In Muchetti, I trust, based on the first one.
Yeah, man, it was just a really good movie, man. It really was good.
Now,
just don't bring your crying baby. Seriously.
Now,
when does it come out? Like
2019. Yeah.
Okay, go take your child to see like Frozen 2 or something, or whatever's out. The live action, whatever live action movie that Disney's turning their cartoons into that year.
Yeah, no kidding.
Take them that.
Lion King.
Yeah, take your kid to Lion King, and you go see it. Don't bring your crying baby in there.
Did you see Did you see A Quiet Place?
I did not. I haven't, but
I was wondering about that because I know some movies make you nervous.
I saw the Kanye place sketch on SNL, but no, I haven't seen it yet. But I'm excited to see it. I'm bummed that I didn't see it in theaters because I feel like that would have been a really cool theater experience.
It is for sound design alone.
Yeah. Although Get Out will still always be one of my favorite theater experiences. I was
going to mention that there wasn't enough news on the new one to bring to you to actually bring up the Peele's new movie, but I was going to try and follow up on that, but there just wasn't enough info.
Oh, that's fine.
Did you? Or do you have any interest in the Meg? I'm interested in your opinion on that because that's
sure.
big dumb summer fun,
dude. I love big dumb summer fun. If you don't, like, that's why I watched Rampage twice in theaters.
Yeah,
I like that stuff. Big monsters are my thing. I'll tell you what I'm really excited for.
What's that?
Freaking Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
That's on my list.
That trailer, I was like, yup. I'm all about. I've been waiting on that since Kong Skull Island. Which I love that movie. It's now in that like cable rotation, HBO rotation. So like every time it was literally like one night great. I was about to go to bed and like it just started and I was like, they haven't even got to the island yet. It was like at that point where I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and watch it. And I'll watch that whole thing again. It's just so fun. But yeah, that teaser at the end of that movie, leading into this now King of the Monsters thing, and the possibility of Kong and Godzilla coming together in like a future movie, I'm assuming.
You didn't actually do a reaction, though, for your channel, did you?
For what?
For Godzilla, the trailer reaction?
I talked about it. I did like a top 5 trailers from Comic-Con. I was at Comic-Con. It came out during Comic-Con.
That's right.
So, I didn't have time.
Yeah,
Comic-Con is like people are all like, oh, San Diego Comic-Con is so much fun. For me, y'all, it's work. It's like I go there, and it's like day in, day out work. But I love it. I enjoy it.
So I'm getting to the crossover question now. So
what's up?
It is this will be the last one. I just want to have a little bit of fun here.
Sure.
Now, I'm going to ask you to cross over a horror property with a property that you love, a geeky property that you love. And I know it's a weird question off the top. So I'm going to give you two quick examples.
Give me examples.
Pacific Rim Power Rangers. Or the one I like is what if Gargamel finds a portal to our world again?
Oh God,
but steals
no more Smurf portals.
I know, but look, but he brings them back to the animated Smurf world.
Okay.
He grabs Gizmo and brings Gizmo back, and he knows about the gremlins, so he gets Gizmo wet and lets the gremlins go and try and take out the Smurfs.
I like that. I can deal with that. Okay, so you're gonna give me the horror property, and then I'm gonna think of a property to go with it.
I was just thinking if there were any properties that just would offhand come to your mind.
Give me a horror property.
Okay.
I will think of a property.
Well, then let's go with what we've been talking about. Let's do Child's Play. Chucky.
Toy Story.
Nice.
Andy brings home a Chucky doll, and they're like, Woody and Buzz are like, something ain't right about this. But then like Chucky converts them because they find out Chucky shows them the truth that they're not just random talking toys, but they're also the possessed souls of other people.
Nice.
So they now have to get Woody and Buzz and Slinky Dog and Ham and Miss Potato Head. They all gotta like put their souls into other bodies.
Okay. Wow, you did really well with that. Okay. All right. Well, let me throw you another one then. Let's do.
Just Chucky coming out. I'm gonna kill you to infinity and beyond.
So, okay, well, let's go in reverse.
Okay.
What do you think you could cross over with the DuckTales?
With DuckTales? Oh, I was gonna say Pet Cemetery. I was trying to think of like some zombie ducks from the grave or whatever. Yeah.
Actually,
or like Dracula, because there's Duckula.
There you go.
So,
that's good. That's good.
No,
that's actually that's
okay.
really good. So
I probably think I can do better with the
horror property
side.
first.
You give me the horror.
All right. That's fair. That's fair. I am the horror show, so I should do that. Are you familiar with the Gremlins knockoff, the Ghoulies? Ghoulies then.
I know the Ghoulies, or I was gonna say Critters.
Okay, yeah, let's do.
Which is getting
Critters,
like a special edition release. Did you know that?
No.
Shout Factory or Scream Factory.
Ooh.
They're doing like a cool Blu-ray set of all the Critters movies.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get those. I do love
Critters
those.
Is low-key good stuff. Yeah. Well, you got to have like a Critters Gremlin standoff. Like that would be hardcore.
That's true.
Yeah. It'd be like Alien versus Predator, but like Gremlins versus Critters with people in the middle having to deal with it. Yeah.
So what do you think about?
And then they all get attacked by small soldiers.
That'd be great.
Deep cuts, man. Make those Dante deep cuts.
Hey, let's get Tommy Lee Jones some more work.
Yeah.
Now he was the soldier in that one, right? I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what about the Power Rangers thing? Would you want them to cross over with the Godzilla or anything like that?
Oh, well, see. We could do
Rita,
that.
let's have Rita come over and she learns of these titans in the earth.
Godzilla
and
would be
raises
good.
them.
Godzilla, or I was gonna say, or Attack on Titan.
Or shit, since Godzilla's doing it, let's have her do Gamera.
Yeah.
Because Gamera was always a little bit darker anyway.
Yes.
So.
I think that will work fine. And you can but you got to do it like Japanese. Like you got to have the Super Sentai footage of Power Rangers, and you got to have the rubber suit Godzilla.
Okay.
That's the only way to do it right.
That's true.
Let's just be real.
That's true. Then we'll round it out with do a couple of horror games. Then maybe some video game.
I got
characters.
one for
Okay,
you.
go for it. Before we do that.
Here's mine.
Okay. I'm excited.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Archie.
Oh.
Right.
There you go.
Jughead dies by a bunch of burgers.
Eat the burgers, Jughead.
Yeah, exactly.
And Archie has to decide.
Yeah, there's a funny robot chicken sketch where they did Archie Final Destination. That was
that would be good too.
I think Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. The Archie gang goes to camp, goes to summer or whatever, goes out to summer vacation,
Crystal Lake,
and out of Crystal Lake.
That'd be great.
So they did Archie and Predator, Archie versus Predator in the comic books.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, I actually have that. They did a die cut cover that I have, that orange one. Yeah.
So I think they should do Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street with Archie.
That would be awesome. There's so many cool horror comics. I actually was flipping through my box the other day, and they have Jason X versus Jason.
Nice.
It's all right, that's pretty sweet. So then video games, real quick.
Okay.
You have some favorite video game characters, and let's go weird with it, right?
All right.
So
Go for
if you were going to throw a video game character just to see how they react into Resident Evil, who would you put in there?
Into Resident Evil?
Yeah.
That's in Raccoon City, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then Tom Nook from Animal Crossing, the little raccoon or whatever, or whatever. I forget which character. No, it's not Tom Nook. What's the name? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, the little raccoon in Animal. Yeah. So he hears, Raccoon City. That sounds like an awesome place to go. I would fit in perfectly there, and then he goes there, and then it's oh, whoops, but he still builds houses and stuff. He's
there you go.
He still put furniture in it.
Yeah, and as you were saying that, I was like, God, you know what? Any animal character would be fun. I wouldn't mind seeing how Conker deals with Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Just, he'd get all of his Matrix style stuff and start shooting all the zombies.
But I think it'd be great. All the Animal Crossing characters go in. They get attacked by the zombies. Some of them become zombies, but they still put their houses together because it's a resident evil.
Oh, man. Oh, mic drop. All right, that's it for our interview with Andre here at GameOn Expo. You had to go on the mic drop, absolutely.
Sorry,
but
I
seriously,
can't give you no more than that. I
no,
can't give
that
you no
works.
better than that.
That's great. That's great. Thank you very much for joining us, Andre. Thank you for doing a follow-up interview with us. We greatly appreciate it, guys. Make sure you check out Black Nerd Comedy. I will, of course, put the link in the description box, and I will put up graphics and stuff like I did last time.
Yes. YouTube.com/BlackNerdComedy. Also Twitch.tv/BlackNerdComedy. And then Twitter and Instagram at Black Nerd.
Yeah, make sure you do subscribe to his Twitch too, because it's not necessarily just gaming. He did his reaction to the Smash reveal.
Yeah.
The new Smash reveal, rather. And
sometimes it's games, sometimes it's just straight Q&A, talking to you. Sometimes it's just, hanging out.
Of course he does.
We've done video game shopping on there. It's all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah,
lots of great collabs too. He's done stuff with Channel Awesome. A bunch of people actually. He did. I know you talked about the. Oh, God, I'm going to space it now. One of the ones you talked about last time, I went and watched, and I had a really good time with it. So,
thanks, man.
Yeah, make sure you go check out his stuff, you guys. And, again, I harped on it last time. I want to at least mention it again this time. Andre is one of the most exuberant and most times positive people on YouTube. So unless obviously called for otherwise, he is definitely someone that brings a smile to your face when you go watch him, which a lot of YouTubers don't necessarily do, probably including us. But, that's all right. I'm not going to front. But yeah, I do highly recommend you guys not only go, you subscribe, join his squad by the bell, and make sure you check him out. So until next time, thanks very much for watching. We always sign off with stay scared. If you want to, feel free.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it.
But yeah, until next time, remember, stay scared.
Tiff.